Hi, I'm Richard Ryan and I'm with Tyson Foods, and today we're going to talk a little bit about surviving the summer. I've got two experts in their respective fields, and we're going to talk to them about surviving the summer in heat-related items. First up, Stacy Nichols. Welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Good. Hey, James, how are you?
And
Good.
We got Mr. James Ellis.
Hello, everybody.
First off, what does heat do to the body?
So we have a normal temperature gauge in our body that's located in our hypothalamus, and we'll talk a little bit more about that as we get in depth into my video later. But when we overexert ourselves or we're out in the heat for a long period of time, and drivers, the things that you do in the heat with cranking the landing gear and opening trailer doors and just all the things that come with being a truck driver, you can overexert yourself when it's 115 degrees outside. Yeah. Your body temperature completely changes. So we're going to talk about some things that you can do to keep from getting heat exhaustion, heat stroke, which one of the things, of course, is staying hydrated. That is one of the main things that you can do. But also learning how to cool your body pretty quickly if you do get overheated, and understanding what the signs and symptoms of that look like so that you're aware, and some great things that you can do to keep yourself from overheating, having a heat stroke, which could ultimately end in death if you're not careful.
Well, there you go. And Miss Stacy, we look really forward to you really going in depth. Now,
absolutely.
Drivers, when you watch this, there will be a series of videos coming. One's going to be with Miss Stacy here, going really in depth into the details about how heat affects the body, what you can do to prevent it, what happens if you get too hot, and what are the worst case scenarios if you get too hot. Now, James, you're our expert on the equipment. Tell us a little bit about, we know about how the heat affects the body, but what about our trucks?
So heat affects the truck just as well as it does our body. Yes, it's a piece of equipment, but it's still kind of breathing, right? So heat's going to affect fluids, temperatures, right? And then there is a threshold point in that piece of equipment where heat's going to start to affect it, whether it's overheating your tires, overheating your radiator. Well, that heat still generates back into that truck, and truck drivers know we're in a small confined area. Filters, we'll get into filters. We'll get into maintenance on your air conditioning and how to close that cab off beforehand, because nobody likes to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning in a sweltering heat because the air conditioner didn't keep up. So the truck has a heartbeat, and it has a temperature just like the human body does. And just like the human body, we need to take care of our equipment to survive the summer.
Okay, so what you're telling me is our trucks, our equipment, just like the human body.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, it breathes. We got the filters.
Yeah, it breathes.
If it overheats,
it overheats. Yeah. It can go into heat stroke,
That's right?
Just like the body, it's going to start to shut down. And if it shuts down, it could be a death sentence just for that piece of equipment, just as well as it does the body.
So as important it is for you to maintain and make sure you're staying cool and doing the important maintenance for your body for the summer, it's important to keep your truck as well, because your truck also can play into your body. Right. So if you're, as James just said, it's going to work off each other. Just as James said, if your air is not working and you wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and you've had an extreme change in body temperature, so you were cool when you went to bed and now you're sweating, that can also initiate bacteria, which can cause sinus infections, congestion, allergies. All of those issues can happen when you're not regulated well.
Oh, wow. So, and James will be also coming out with a video going in depth about the physical aspects of how the heat affects the truck. So make sure you be looking out for these two videos. There'll be some other videos coming. I look forward to watching these videos in your perspective. Stay tuned to watch those videos.